Welcome students, I am Ruchika Agrawal, Assistant Professor in Modern Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences. Today we learn about the hypertension. Hypertension is also known as high blood pressure or the HBP. It is a long-term medical condition in which the blood pressure in the arteries is persistently elevated. In the normal person, the systolic blood pressure or SBP will be more than or equal to 140 mmHg and the diastolic blood pressure or the DBP will be more than or equal to 90 mmHg. Causes. The causes include in case of hypertension are renal disease, endocrine disorder causing syndrome, neurological disorder like the brain tumor and the head injury, sleep apnea, cirrhosis of the liver, and medications like the oral contraceptive pills, NSAIDs and the cocaine. Risk factor in case of hypertension include the alcohol and the smoking, excessive dietary intake of sodium, gender, family history, obesity, sedentary lifestyle and the stress. Clinical features. Sometimes the high blood pressure does not causes any symptoms, so that it is known as the silent killer disease. In some patients, the symptoms will develop like the severe headache, blurred vision, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, confusion, chest pain, shortness of breath and the irregular heartbeat. Diagnostic evaluation. Diagnostic evaluations include the history collection and the physical examination, medical history of the diabetes mellitus patient, complete blood count, chest X-ray and electrocardiogram or ECG. Management. Mainly the management of hypertension is possible by the two ways, which include the lifestyle modification and the pharmacological therapy. Lifestyle modification measure mainly include the weight reduction, dietary approaches to stop the hypertension, sodium dietary reduction, then reduce alcohol, exercise and stress management. Pharmacological therapies. Various group of drugs are used for the treatment of hypertension. Collectively, these drugs are called as antihypertensive drugs, which includes the diuretics. Diuretics help the kidney to inhibit the sodium reabsorption in the distal convoluted tubules, ascending limb and the loop of Henle. In the class of diuretics, the medicines include the chlorothiazide and the furosemide. Beta blocker. These medications reduce the workload of the heart and the blood vessels and causing the heart to beat slowly and with the less force. In the class of beta blocker, the medicines include the atenolol and the propranolol. Alpha blocker. These medications causes the peripheral vasodilation of the blood vessels. The medications include the prazosin. Vasodilator. These medications acting directly on the muscles in the wall of arteries and preventing the muscles from the tightening and arteries from the narrowing. The medications of the vasodilator class include the nitroglycerin and sodium nitroprusside. ACE inhibitors. This group of medications will reduce the conversion of A1 to A2 and prevent the vasoconstriction. For example, captopril and the ramipril. Calcium channel blockers. These medicines will block the movement of the extracellular calcium into the cell and causing the vasodilation and decrease the heart rate. The medication includes the amlodipine and verapamil. Some alternative therapy which are helpful to regulate the high blood pressure or hypertension include the acupuncture, relaxation techniques, and the diversional therapies. Nursing management is also help to control the hypertension. By the proper history collection should be done, which include the family history also. Dietary habits should be assessed. Identify the medical history such as diabetes, renal disease, etc. Instruct the patient to avoid the smoking and alcoholism. Identify the use of medications such as contraceptives, steroids, and the NSAIDs, etc. Monitor the vital signs frequently in the patients. Provide the diet which is low in the sodium content and rich with fruit and vegetables. And monitor the blood cholesterol level frequently in the patient. Thank you everyone.